Earlier this afternoon, we talked about inflation rising in June.
Yeah, and now we want to talk about the impact that's having on families. 89% of people who live here say the rising cost of living is a very serious or even an extremely serious problem. That's according to a Colorado Health Foundation poll out this morning. They talked to thousands of Coloradans who said the cost of living and the cost of housing are two of the top three issues that people face in our state.
Katie Peshek from the Colorado Health Foundation is with us this afternoon. And first of all, I think a lot of families are going to be able to relate to this, vast majority of us. How long has the cost of living been an issue for people in our state particularly that you found?
Sure. So the Colorado Health Foundation launched the Pulse poll in 2020. And definitely coming out of the pandemic, the rising cost of living in Colorado was an extremely serious concern and has stayed an extremely serious concern. So not only the cost of living, but the cost of housing as well as healthcare continue to rise and be among the top concerns for Coloradans.
And these aren't just concerns. I mean, they are impacting families every day that are having to make choices and changes. What have you found are some of the choices families are having to make on a daily basis?
Definitely, yeah. So the Pulse poll surveys over 2,000 Coloradans across the state at a variety of income levels. And we did ask about kind of those hard choices that families need to make to deal with rising cost of living. For example, 30% of respondents have had to delay medical care or delay dental care because of rising costs. 25% say they've cut back on essential needs like food or even health needs. And 25% are working multiple jobs, more jobs than they would like to be working just to deal with rising cost.
Which takes time away from families, time away from yourself. I mean, this is truly concerning issues. What would you say in Colorado, would you say that people are priced out from here?
I mean, the poll results are concerning in that sense. 70% of respondents do say that they're concerned about their ability to live in Colorado in the future. So not only for themselves, but their children, future generations, there is a lot of concern amongst residents that they just will not be able to live in Colorado going forward.
Wow.
And very curious that the number one issue in our state was not necessarily money, but people pointed out politics is something they were concerned about. Why do you think that is?
Sure. For the first time in the poll's history, government and politics ranked as the number one issue that Coloradans feel that we're facing as a state. Again, since 2020 when the poll started, 32% identified government, politics, and polarization as a top concern, far exceeding the other similar costs we've talked about, rising housing and healthcare costs. Some of that we attribute to that these other underlying issues that Coloradans are facing, they're attributing to government and feeling like there is an inability for government, both some feel at the state level or the federal level, to deal with these systemic issues that they're struggling with as residents.
That makes sense. I know that you asked people about ways that they can help their community, better impact their communities. What was their response?
Yeah, so for the first time in the poll, we did ask about kind of civic engagement and ways that Coloradans feel like if they engage with the government or political process, it would be effective for them. Unfortunately, only volunteering was the only method that reached into the feeling effective category for Coloradans. So many other strategies, including talking directly with policymakers or attending government meetings or sharing your opinions on social media, those didn't rank as effective for Coloradans. So some of what we're seeing is this distrust in government and the political process, combined with a feeling like connecting directly to politics or policymakers is just not effective. So definitely something at the Colorado Health Foundation that we're working to address. And how can we bring Coloradans closer to the policymakers who are creating the policy on the issues that impact them directly?
And add that with being priced out and not feeling like you can afford to be here. You understand why people feel like Colorado may not be the place for them, and that's heartbreaking.
Definitely. Yep. So definitely something that we want to work on at the foundation, and something that I feel like as Coloradans, we want people to love and enjoy our state. We also ask questions around what do people love about Colorado, and community ranked very highly, I mean, amongst our natural beauty as well. But people love living in Colorado and they love their community and they want to be able to stay. So I think that we hopefully can find some solutions to make that a reality for people.
Katie Peshek, thank you so much.